Hello everybody, welcome to Breathe Music. My name's Dan. In today's episode I'm going to show you how to use external effects such as guitar pedals and rack unit effects with your keyboard. Now a lot of you will be thinking there is a lot of effects inside a keyboard such as the MODX that I'm using today. The issue is that you're kind of limited to what is just on the keyboard and you don't have much control over choosing which effects you can use. So if I wanted a chorus effect, I've only got 2 choruses in here. Now there's hundreds and hundreds of different choruses out in the world, so why shouldn't you want to use that? So today I'm going to be using the HX Stomp by Line 6. I've got it just on the side here, I've got a camera right above it, and I'm going to be showing you a few different things that you can do with that. The first thing you need to do is make sure that any effects pedals you're using, especially digital pedals such as the Line 6, is on a line level signal. Now a lot of these effects will automatically be set to a guitar level or a bass guitar level, but we're using a different type today, so make sure you go into the global settings on that and just change it to a line level in, line level out. That way you're going to be set. I'm going to be using the Rhodes sound, which we all love. It's one of my favourite sounds, and in order to get the most out of this, I've turned absolutely all the effects off on the whole keyboard. And today this is a MODX 6, and today this is the Rhodes 1 Gallery, first sound, all the effects off, and this is what my dry signal sounds like. Very dry, and but a really nice sample nonetheless. So let's go straight into the HX. So what I've done here is I've loaded up a preset here, and there's loads of presets you can choose from anyway, but all of these, as I said, are very, very guitar based. So if you want those kind of guitar sounds, then great. You know, you can use those with the MODX guitar sounds, and they'll sound really good. But today I want to concentrate on keyboard sounds, and especially with the Rhodes, there's certain sounds that really, really complement it. So I'm going to choose those today. So the first thing I'm going to do is go to an empty preset. So this one's 42A. There's nothing inside it so far, and this is the one that we're going to edit. So I'll go into my new preset editor, and the first thing we're going to put in line is something that I find really, really complements the Rhodes sound, and that's a tremolo. So I'll tell you what we'll do actually is we're going to put this into number 2. The reason being is sometimes you might want to go back and add something before, and it's a bit tricky to kind of move everything back in a block. So let's put the tremolo in the second line. So this will be in a modulation because it modulates across the signal. And let's choose something. Let's just go for an absolute bog standard tremolo. And straight away when you load this up, you'll realise that these are really, really great sounds. It's a really, really lovely, lovely tremolo sound. It's really, really intense at the moment, so let's just turn that intensity down. Let's turn it down to around about 6.5 or so. Already that's added a bit more richness. Now our signal's really, really low at the moment, so what I like to do just after this one is I like to, well actually let's add it before because it'll make it sound a bit better on the ears. So I'm going to add something, I'm going to add a compressor just before it. This will boost up the signal and make everything kind of a little bit flatter and just pop out a bit more. So let's go to Dynamics, Mono, and for this one I'm going to choose the LA Studio Compression, and let's bump up the gain a bit. Let's turn down the peak reduction to around about 6.2, and yeah, we want to keep it as a compressor. So Now I reckon this could do with it just a little bit more gain, so I'm just going to add a bit more on the top of that one. Let's bring that up to about 7. Really nice and rich. Now the sound is a bit dry at the moment. We've got a really nice sound, but when I take my things off the keys, nothing happens. So that's where you'd add something like reverb, which would be a really nice thing to go after our tremolo, and these would really complement each other. So let's add a bit of reverb into that one. In fact, let's add a delay first. The reason we add a delay first is if you add a delay after reverb, it makes it sound a bit darker, a bit muddier, whereas a delay before reverb just cleans everything up a little bit more. So let's do that now. So let's go for a vintage digital and see what that brings us. So it's really strong at the moment. So let's turn that feedback down a bit more, and let's bring it down all the way to 15%. I like to be a bit subtle with the delay. Let's turn the mix down on the second page as well. Lovely. Already it's livened it up a bit more. So let's add our reverb in afterwards then. Actually, let's save it first. I'm just going to save this as a new preset. That's fine. So let's go for a little bit of reverb. And I'll tell you what, a really nice sound, which just sounds brilliant with this one, is it's actually on the Legacy one. So let's go to Legacy and let's add in this particle verb. It's one of my favorite line 6 effects. It's really unique. I don't think I've not heard another pedal that does this. So if you buy the HX Stomp, literally just for this effect, it's so worth it. So let's see what it just sounds like out of the box. Great, it's almost like a pad underneath. That's why I love it so much. I do think the mix could come down a little bit just to make it a little bit more subtle, but it's almost like a kind of shimmery reverb. Wonderful. So on that preset, at the moment we've got a compression, we've got a tremolo, and then at the end of it we've got a delay and we've got a reverb, and that's really already that's added so much to the sound. So we're going to do one more preset, and so we're going to save this one first, and then we're going to go back to this, and we're just going to choose the next preset along, so 42B, and again, we'll choose another compression to go right at the start, because I like the idea of a compressor. So let's go for a deluxe compressor, and let's bring the ratio down a bit and the threshold up a bit. And the second thing we're going to add onto this is a chorus. Now, a chorus with a Rhodes is a sound that you're going to be very, very familiar with. It's a very, very famous kind of sound. So on this one, I'm going to add this one called a 70s chorus and see what that does. And again, this is all about experimenting. If you find that one sound doesn't complement the other sound, then it's fine. It's just a test at the moment, and you'll soon find different sounds that you like better than others. So I'm going to try this 70s chorus. It's very, very nice, very, very clean sounding, but there is a lot of... The way a chorus works is it adds a detuned version of what you're playing just underneath the real version. So this one's just a little bit too strong for me, so I'm getting too much of that detuned sound. So let's bring that a little bit down in the mix, and hopefully... I think it could do with just a little bit less vibrato rate. So let's turn that one down a bit, and let's bring the chorus rate down a bit as well. Lovely, already it's brightened everything up. So next thing, we're going to add another reverb on this one, and we'll choose a different reverb this time, just to mix things up a little bit. You'll notice every time I do a sound on this one, I'm choosing mono. The reason I choose mono is nothing to do with my preference on whether I like stereo better than mono. The reason is because I'm using a Rhodes sound. In the original days of Rhodes were all mono. So for this particular sound, it just works better if it's on a mono signal, because that's what they originally sounded like. So if you had a stereo chorus pedal and it sounds better in stereo, then use it in stereo. There's no right or wrong answer with this one. I just prefer it mono because it's a bit nostalgic for me. That's the reason. So let's add something like a plate reverb to this one. Let's turn the modulation down a bit as well. And let's turn these pitches, pitch mix. That's lovely, really, really dark and really, really rich. So I hope you've really, really enjoyed this one today. I've learned a lot straight away. I love this effects unit. If you want to learn more about that, just head over to breathemusic.co.uk and you can chat to one of our agents on there. You can give us a call. We're open 6 days a week. If you've got any questions, just leave them down in the comments and hit the subscribe button. Thank you very much for watching.